quoted in the book.
I'm willing to concede that they're grifters, okay? May not be my opinion, but I'm willing to concede that point because I don't think it's that important. Because even the parents, again, of Geordie Chandler's, they've been accused of being grifters as well. And they were negotiating. And I've read the transcripts, too, of the negotiations between Pelicano and the father over that little boy.
I have to.
Sorry?
I have to.
Yes, okay, then you know what I'm talking about. And Pelicano today, people should note, is in prison. This is Michael Jackson's private investigator. He's in prison for possession of C4 explosive and hand grenades and all kinds of activities.
But that had nothing to do with Michael Jackson, by the way.
But it's the guy he chose to hire.
It doesn't matter.
To negotiate with a kid.
Look, I was at his sentencing. He was his own man. Let's remember that. Jackson wasn't the only one who hired Mr. Pelicano. Go on.
What do you make of the Geordie Chandler case?
What I make of the Geordie Chandler case is entirely a different matter.
Okay.
Because, that's a situation where, for whatever reason, Michael gave a $25 million payout. And from what I do know through the Pelicano tapes and transcriptions, for what I saw, June Chandler testified at the Arvizo trial, at the Jackson trial. And all I can say is all of it seemed very questionable to me. However, nothing was proven. And with that said, at the end of the day, one of the things that I've always found curious with Michael Jackson is that he did have the mentality of a child, it seems, up until the day he died. He really just never, whatever part of his brain that got stuck in the adolescent child's phase stayed there. And because of that, if you'll notice, any of these accusers who have been given their $1 million or whatever they were able to eke out of Jackson over the years, if you'll notice, none of them have ever said that he raped them. None of them have ever said that there was actual intercourse. None of them have ever said that the kind of sexual acts that are unspeakable, but that they would have referred to with trying to get the monies out of Jackson that they did. So I truly believe that he had a need for an adolescent kind of exploratory, if you will, sexuality, if that's what it was. And I don't believe anything more than that went on, honestly. Does that make him a pedophile? I mean,
yeah.
The answer is it doesn't clear him of being a pedophile. But I am not present. There was no trial with Geordie Chandler. And the kids who testified, by the way, at the Arvizo trial, some of them said that they were scarred for life because Michael Jackson tickled me over my pants, over my jeans. And somehow they were able to squeeze $1 million settlement out of him.
Well, I got to tell you, Aphrodite, I'm a grown man now, but from when I was 13 years old, if a grown man was tickling me, my genitals through my jeans, I would remember that to this day.
You remember it? Would you be would that have caused you to have to go into therapy for 10 years?
I think I've been to therapy for less than that. I can't condone that, okay, whatsoever. And also, too, you talk about how, why would he...
anything. I'm just questioning the veracity of the statements of these people. I'm condoning nothing. You think I'm condoning pedophilia?
No, I don't think I said that.
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is, you say that...
All I'm saying
no. Well, I'm asking a specific question.
Of the trial that happened in Santa Maria.
Right, and you're saying that
there's no doubt of that.
You don't think
in my mind whatsoever. You read the book and you will see he was set up from the get-go by Martin Bashir and then the prosecutor and the Grifter family. What happened in the past with each individual case is also something for scrutiny, something for question, and something that in the case of Geordie Chandler, I really have to think twice about, because I'm not willing to go that far to say that nothing happened there. I think that would be foolish of anybody to think that nothing happened there. But I am also saying to you, Ed, that on some bizarre level, for Michael Jackson, a one-of-a-kind person in this world, he had a one-of-a-kind proclivity that was perhaps, obviously destroyed kids' minds or whatever happened, I don't know. But I believe in his mind, he was still that age and it was okay. It wasn't, it's not clear to me that you can put him in a category of what we consider to be pedophiles. I don't think he felt he was going after young kids. That's the point.
Well,
he thought he was a peer of these kids.
Yeah, but who cares what he thinks? He's still down. It's what the law is, first of all. But my question is this: you keep saying that after he was taped holding hands with this little boy in the Bashir video, that it would just be unreasonable and unthinkable for him to then start molesting this kid when all this scrutiny was upon him.
Months and months later.
Right.
And yes, and I'll tell you why.
No, but first, why would in the Jordy Chandler case? He was in their home, in this kid's bedroom for days and days and days, not leaving that bedroom. That's pretty extreme. Yeah, that's pretty extreme behavior as well. I think he gets off on that kind of extreme taunting.
The problem is testimony of the two boys that were the Arvizo boys don't match as to when this quote-unquote molestation occurred and who witnessed it. Number one. Number two, according to the kid's own mouth, he wasn't sure if he was molested 2, 3, or 4, or 5 times. There's a lot of problems with their testimony. I have the police tapes as well. And I will tell you that they are not believable. The jury, the foreman of the jury, who I interviewed for my show, True Crime, I did an hour on this, okay, said that the jury, the final crowning piece was that they did not believe not only the testimony of the accuser, but nor did they believe the initial statements of the accuser to the police. And they watched that video over and over again to see if there was any truth to it. I have that video. I've seen the video. I've watched it myself a few times. And I asked the court clerk when I was watching that video the first time, I don't have a 13-year-old boy. I don't have a teen child. Is this how a teen child would discuss having sex or being involved in sex with anybody? And she said, absolutely not. So all I can go by is what the jury thought, what impartial parties thought, and what I now think, looking at it. The kid, yes, kids don't like to talk about being molested, and you get that, and you know that. You go in watching the video thinking that, you get that. But this kid was having police put words in his mouth, and you watch it and you see it. And so, again, there's a reason the jury found Michael Jackson innocent. And it wasn't because they were, impressed by his stardom. Believe me, these people took their jobs very seriously. I interviewed not just the foreman, more than one juror on that trial. And these people took their job very seriously, and they sat there, they listened to all the evidence, and they realized what it was. It was a game by a bunch of grifters who were looking for a big payout. And it was a way for a prosecutor, namely Tom Sneddon, to get back at Jackson for the case he never was able to try regarding Jordy Chandler because there was a settlement. That's what that was all about. My opinion.
Yeah.
And I will never change it because I lived it.
Okay, clarify a couple of things for me. You said you've never had any teen children yourself?
No, I don't have any children.
Okay, I was just checking. Okay. Now, just to clarify, I'm a defense investigator. I like to, I want my clients to see a fair trial every time. And I don't mind if my client gets a better deal than he deserves. I'll go along with that. So I have no problem with a guy getting off on a case. Now, as far as Sneddon goes, he has no history of any kind of complaints against him, does he?
He has a history of going around the world trying to find people to charge Michael Jackson with molestation against. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He actually would leave the country to try to bring people in to try to continue to try Michael Jackson. It was a mission for him for his life.
Well, because some of these other, yeah, sure, I know this case very well, and so, even before. By the way, I'm aware of this case before Jordy Chandler. I've heard about these allegations before Jordy Chandler became public. I didn't want to spring that on you, but but the thing is,
I've heard about the allegations too. None of us are living in a bubble here.
Okay.
I mean, I have friends who claim they've seen him with little boys in Mexico on the elevator. I don't know. I wasn't there. You weren't there. All I know is that from what I'm telling you, the trial that happened in Santa Maria was a sham. And it was a game. Now, what happened prior to that, some of it I don't know if I believe. Some of it maybe I do believe. I don't know what to believe anymore because the man is dead and gone. But I will say this. Without a doubt, the media wanted to lynch Michael Jackson, and they managed to do it because after that trial, he never really recovered. He left the country, and by the time he got back here, he was already, physically and mentally gone. That's what happened to Michael Jackson.
Right. You know what? See, I'm not too so. Is that the focus of your book? Is that he was treated unfairly by the media?
No. The focus of my book is what happened in the trial.
Right. Okay. Now, because besides, and you talk about the Bashir video, but besides, he talked about sleeping with other boys in his bed, the Macaulay Culkin boy and his younger brother, but it was all innocent and it was all okay. Now that alone should raise concern, but also too on video, he's seen.
By the way, that nothing ever happened. You do know that.
I do know that, but still, it's more than wildly inappropriate for a grown man to be sleeping in a bed with strange little boys.
Ed,
yeah.
Why are we having this conversation? How many people have had this conversation for years on end? We know that we feel it's inappropriate. Right. It's not a question. Do you think that I'm sitting here saying, oh, it's everybody sleeps with little boys in their bed? Of course we know that's not the case. Michael Jackson had a chimpanzee named Bubbles.
Right.
Okay? I mean...
Who was also abused, by the way.
What was it about Michael Jackson's life that was normal? Exactly.
Right. It's a pattern of behavior. Like, even in the Bashir video, he's dangling his infant.
About all the aspects of his life.
Yeah. Right.
Not just the accusations about whether or not he was a pedophile, but all the other bizarre things he had in his life. What's the pattern of having chimpanzees and llamas and animals and wanting the friends of it? He would talk about how animals were his friends. He wanted to have a celebrity animal birthday party. I mean, what is normal about Michael Jackson?
Right, nothing normal, including his disregard for his own children, that he dangled a baby from a terrace.
And that is such an unfair character.